walking out of that bit, and I have to come round now through some fields, and then I sort of come back on myself back into this area. But you can see from the walls that they're quite significant walls here. This was all the castle site, and like I say, now all this modern stuff's gone off. It's taken out quite a lot of it through quarrying, but there are remains. I came here once, only once, and I gotta say, I confess, I found it dead creepy, like proper creepy. I don't know why, I don't know what it was all about, because I was walking around and there was some kid, like girl, probably about 15, walking her dogs. She wasn't frightened, she was fine. But they just got a real weird vibe out of the place. But it was built by a guy called Ralph de Bruin. Now, I don't know when this was built because you can never get exact dates on stuff like that, but he was again one of, you know, William the Conqueror's mates, and he died in 1108. So it was built before 1108 because, you know, dead people don't tend to build castles. Let me close this. But he was only 27 when he died, but when he died he owned like half the blooming region. Then it was taken on by various different people, and then King John, if you've ever heard of King John, he took over this place in the 13th century and built a massive castle on it and expanded it with a big barbican, all this kind of stuff, and a big keep, and, you know, showing off as usual. Not the most successful monarch, King John. Basically didn't get on with anyone, fell out with everyone, and lost everything. He lost all the battles, lost all of Normandy and all that sort of stuff. But he lived here. Anyway, after he died, got handed down, as these houses tend to, castles, sorry. And in the end, it ended up with Henry VIII. And so Henry VIII had this place. He was a nice bloke, wasn't he? Anyway, then he gave it away in 1514 to, I want to say, the Duke of Norfolk. Yes, the Duke of Norfolk, for services against the Scots. So I'm guessing the Duke killed a few Scottish folk and Henry thought that were cool, so he gave him a castle. Now, like I said, there was a lot of quarrying and stuff around here, so there's quite a lot of fences about because there's a few sheer drops. But from what I can recall being up here, it wasn't like Pinxton Castle in our last walk, where it was a bit of a sort of add-on. There actually are remains here, proper structural remains going all the way back to King John in the 13th century, which is incredible. It's just a case of finding them. So there you go, look, danger, keep out, deep quarry, same that side. So all this was the castle site, and obviously, you know, half of it's been taken away by all this quarrying. So what I'm going to try and do, I'm going to come up to the highest point, and then at least I should be able to look down and see if I can't find bits and bobs. See, look, there's some stone remains now, so I feel like I'm getting closer. I'm coming up to the highest points. Here we go, right. So again, this looks like it's all been quarried. Old school quarried though, I'd say, probably, you know, 17th, 18th century quarried. And just look up there, you can see that big wall there, that big rock face where that's been quarried. But there's brickwork, there's stonework up there, look. There you go. Right, so let's get up round there and have a look. King John built that. Well, not himself, obviously. He would have probably got the tax man and woman to pay someone else to do it. But there you go. Either way, it's cool though, isn't it? I'm going to come around the other side. Like I said, I came here once, but you know, it was years ago. And when I lived in the area, so, you know, I like to think I haven't got a complete goldfish brain, but there's a lot of stuff going in. You got to lose some, haven't you? Some of it being where bits and bobs are of this particular castle. Okay, so I'm walking up to the highest point now. So that's where that stonework was. So let's get up here and see. So this would have been the keep. I'm guessing right at the top, look. There you go. And this is where this has all been quarried away. And down there, Little Eaton Gang Road and the Midland Railway where we've been walking. Look at that. I know it's not much. Oh, hang on, there's quite a lot going on down there. Right, I'm going to come around the other side. I know it's not much, it's just, for me, like, the fact that people lived here and fought here and died here and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Centuries ago. 1,000 years. I mean, that's absolutely incredible. Okay, here we go. Oh, I mean, that tree looks amazing as well, don't look at that. Right, I will have to actually concentrate so I don't stack it. Oh, mate, now we're talking. There's some proper brickwork there, look. Stonework, look at that. So this is the outside then. I mean, that's a thick wall then, because that's the outside rock. You can see just by the way it is there like that. So that is some thick rock. So I'm guessing that's where he hid out. How old's this then? Let's have a look. 1997, it's less interesting. 1972, 74. Oh mate, we've got an 1875. 1875. I do love the old graffiti. It's amazing. Look at that. There you go, let's come around the side. See what we can see on this corner. It's a scheduled ancient monument and it's actually listed as one of the most endangered. As you can tell, do you know what I mean? It's like, eventually this is all going to go, isn't it? Hopefully not now when I'm stood here, but eventually it will all go and it'll be lost forever. But there you go. Just when you think of the names, you know, King John, obviously huge name historically. And then, you know, Henry VIII, don't get much bigger than that, literally. He liked his red meat, didn't he, geezer? Look at that. Incredible. So there you go. Horsley Castle, or Horston Castle. It's spelled differently depending where you look.